Hi everyone, how are you doing? Do hope you're doing okay. I do hope you're managing through all this absurdity. Um, On to the J-Dub stuff. Many of you may know that there is now the newest Shepherd the Flock of God book for the elders. Yes, April 2020, it's come out. I've just been skimming through a PDF of it, which I'll share the link below for you. Gosh, that is just so much. Honestly, if this happens, do that. If this happens, do that. Anyway, I suppose it stops the Holy Spirit having to be so busy. But there was one interesting part where they are obviously referring to YouTube, and apparently this is a new insertion. Now it's in chapter 20, which is about the meetings, and I'm looking here, you'll see page 166. There's 274 pages. So this is chapter 20, and we're on point 24. And they're talking about broadcasting systems. Congregations may use broadcasting systems to benefit isolated or homebound publishers, or anyone at the moment, of course, and those who otherwise are unable to attend local congregation meetings in person. The body of elders decides what technology the congregation will use, such as a telephone tie line or video streaming. Here we go. However, they should not use a service that stores the audio or video files, that subjects users to commercial advertisements, or that allows users to post comments. So we do know they're talking, apparently this is the point, however they should not use, that's the new part. So we do know, of course, that they're talking about YouTube. So why wouldn't they want something to be stored in a public forum like that? I can imagine that they may see commercials as being wrong, but then perhaps if a congregation's put up a video and there's a commercial playing, that money could go back to the congregation for use. That might be a good idea. But this whole point allows users to post comments. Now, why wouldn't a comment be good? We know why. It's because if it's on YouTube, people are going to say, no, look at jwfacts.com. No, that point is wrong. It's so many minutes in that I would debate this. This is not in line with so-and-so publication from the 1980s. You know, all the counter thoughts, the counter arguments and debates, and they don't want it. So it's not only that they don't want you to put it up without adverts and without comments, because obviously you can put it up, not apply to be, to have adverts on, and also you can just disable comments. But it says do not use a service that stores the audio or video files. So that would be Vimeo and RooTube and all the rest. So they don't want those videos out there. So what is the point? What is the point in this day and age of people standing on street corners, or not at the moment, obviously, in normal life, standing with carts, knocking on doors to the point where they've given up going to college to do that. They've given up full-time work to do it. They may be going through lots of poverty for them and their extended families by doing this work, when you could reach so many more with social media. But they're saying, don't do it. Do not put up these videos. What's the point? Come to our Kingdom Hall. Come to our Kingdom Hall. Come to our Kingdom Hall. Yeah. No, you can't watch the same talk online. Why not? Why not? It's insanity. Well, we know why not. It's because they lose control. Because all this is about control. It's a pyramid from the top down. From the top down. In my day, I had no concept of this. You don't, even less as an outsider. Before internet and stuff coming in and hearing all this, and the picture you're presented of this whole universal, everyone equal, apart from women, but you know what I mean, everyone equal. There are no bosses. There is no hierarchy. There may be some servants, but they're humble servants. But there's no hierarchy. Yes, there is. It's a pyramid from the top of control that goes down and down and down and down. And all that work that the sheep are doing to get people to hear these talks. These talks are food at the proper time. These talks are blessings from Jehovah. But you can't broadcast them to people? Why not? If this is food at the proper time, surely you should get it out there. If that video of that talk reaches one person who needs it, if you've stopped them getting that, remember, under JW rules, you are blood guilty. So does this mean that this directive from the org, if you follow that, you be blood guilty because you may be stopping the one person who needs that talk and who would benefit from that talk, who's outside the org? How else are they going to access it? Especially in this day and age, where if the life-saving work of going to the doors, being on the carts is so important, then surely this must happen. And because we're in the last days of the I can't remember it. You know the one I mean, the one that Let just said recently. Even more vital, anything that it takes to get that out there, anything that it would take to get that message out, or you're blood guilty. So congregations and elders organising this, if you don't put it out, if you don't put out your talks, your life-saving talks, your direct food from Jehovah, if you don't put that out to any and every person who can get it, there's blood in your hands, according to the org. Well, on that merry note of being blood guilty, have a nice day, be safe, be strong. I know many of you will be worrying about jobs and homes and the practicalities of life. And it must be thinking about it. On Reddit, we get so many kids, still kids at home, who don't believe this stuff anymore. Can't wait to get out. And now they can't even get to school to get away from it for a while. They're trapped in with their parents 24/7. Wow. My love to them. So, best to all and lots of love. Bye for now.